is up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. And today I'm here to review Stargirl Season 1, Episode 6, The Justice Society. So, was it geek or was it weak? Y'all know what time it is. Alright, so we're here for another episode of Stargirl, my new favorite show from the DC app, from DC Universe, CW, whatever it is. It's all one big thing. And I'm loving Stargirl. So last week I said the episode was geek, but it was one of my least favorite episodes. This episode went back to being, it felt like it was back on track for me. It was total geek for me. I absolutely loved it. It's giving me everything I need. It's giving me drama. It was a lot of action. We got some great new characters. We got some great like villains. I want to maybe like B-list villains in the DC universe. I mean, we got Sportsmaster, we got Tigress, we got Artemis mentioned. It's so cool to see Sportsmaster and Tigress together. I feel like Huntress is on her way. Like, we're getting some, maybe not, because I think Huntress was on Arrow, right? But I mean, to see Tigress and Sportsmaster and have that Artemis mention was amazing. I feel like Artemis might join them maybe in a couple seasons, maybe next season, maybe not this season. And we're getting a lot of Green Lantern talk. I don't think we're gonna see a Lantern this season, but I mean, the talk is just the anticipation of maybe finally getting that character on a live action TV show within this universe is so cool to me. So we had a little side story with Barbara and the brother, and a little science fair project, and they're bonding, so that's super cute. And then we get Pat and Courtney bonding because her friends Beth, the new Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, and Our Man trying to kind of clown Pat, trying to play him like, what is the point of him? That's what they were saying. And Courtney was kind of sticking up for him. She was finally kind of sticking up for her stepdad and seeing his worth and seeing what he's been trying to do as far as protecting her. I mean, yes, these superhero objects are working for you guys, and they're choosing you, or Courtney's choosing you. But when it comes straight down to it, you guys are still kids, and we're not talking about like kids in college. You guys are straight high schoolers fighting adults with superpowers, super villains. So, and he is responsible. So if your parents were to find out that this grown man is sitting there letting these kids go around fight these superheroes, this dude's gonna be in a lot of trouble, no matter what the reason, no matter what the cause. You know what I'm saying? So he has a lot to think about. So it's like, yeah, you want Pat to be like, Pat, just get with the program and let's form a superhero team. But you forget you're not dealing with Oliver and Team Arrow. You're not dealing with Barry and Team Flash, or even Supergirl. You're dealing with children. Like, you have to kind of remember, like, even though, and they look like kids, but even though I'm sure these actors are over the age of 21, but it's like, especially our man looks old, but you're like, these kids were supposed to be what, 15, 16, 17 years old. This is like, this is crazy. So I understand where Pat's coming from, but you also want to be like, you want to see the superhero team, you wanted to see this fight. So they suited up. They went after some of the Injustice Society members, and they got their asses handed to them. I mean, they did a good job holding up. Poor Beth, she didn't know what to do. She has no type of fighting skill. She's just using the goggles. She's basically tech support in the field, even though she has a costume. But somebody needs to train her. And even Pat said you guys need training. So I'm sure next episode, we're going to see some training. Courtney is really good. She's a good fighter. She's good at jump. She's a gymnast, so she's good at all the acrobats, and the staff then picks up that slack and helps her fight. And then we saw Wildcat knows how to fight. She's a boxer, and she held her own against Tigress. And we got to teach Our Man Jr. how to like stop relying on that one bit of strength for an hour and actually learn how to control that strength. Because even though you have that super strength, you still got your ass handed, so you don't know how to control it. Kind of similar to what we saw in Supergirl, where she was not remembering, but she was starting to use her powers again after going so long without using her powers. And Alex, a regular human, beat up Supergirl a little bit because she know how to control her strength or use it to her advantage. So we're gonna have to see Our Man train. We're gonna have to see them train, and I think that's gonna be really fun to see. Them training against each other, them training against Pat. Pat was practicing with his robot, getting better control of it, and that's pretty cool. So it was great. A lot of action, which made up, I think, for a lot of talking that last episode, so it was really cool to see the special effects that this show gets. It's so much it's so much better than what we're seeing on the CW. That was such a cool fight. The choreography of it, the gymnastics part that Courtney get all the I mean, it was just all great. Sportsmaster using his baseballs and his hockey stick, awesome. Tiger's costume felt a little bit flat for me. It wasn't giving me everything, but her fighting was absolutely cool, and it was cool to see her versus Wildcat. And then in those moments, you kind of do forget that you're seeing little kids versus beating up adults, but it was so cool. I mean, it was cool. It was everything I wanted in a superhero movie. It was everything I wanted in a superhero television show. But see, it kind of felt movie-ish. That fight scene kind of felt, I'm not gonna say it was on the level of like Marvel, Captain America, or Winter Soldier, but it was like, it was just so much better than what I think they normally give me on the CW. Even when they give me full out fight scenes on the Flash, I don't think it's on that level. I think they diverted all that money to the show, and it shows. I'm hella enjoying it, so it was definitely a geek for me. It's going to be great to see how this story develops with Icicle Jr., with Artemis, how we're going to see the team grow. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see what's going on with that pen, what's going on with Green Lantern. We now know all the most of the roles in the Injustice Society. They're going to be after these kids. It's like they kind of feel stupid because they are getting handed by their asses handed to them by kids a little bit, but we shall see. But I loved it. What did you guys think of the episode? Let me know in the comments. As always, I can't wait to discuss with you. Until next video, I'm out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.